Hello everyone, welcome to Alpha 18 Day 63 Horde Night, Brawling only. This is going to be my last Horde Night of 18 because I don't have enough time to make it to another one before 19 comes out. So anyone who's seen my Brawling only videos, I like to grab a POI and just build it up. I have a preference for churches. I don't do any kind of spikes or traps or fences or anything, just a clear pathway inside. Leads up the stairs to the fighting hole that I stand behind and sit here and punch everything in the face. I use the little slope for the bridge so that as I knock things unconscious, they'll fall down and they'll have to keep kind of running around. It helps keep a little bit of crowd control while I'm sitting here and just doing my thing. And up the ladder here, this is just where I put the rest of my base. Nothing fancy, just some storage, all my apparatus for being able to make my stuff. And then just the ladder access to the roof I made here, just in case I want to come up here and punch some birds in the face. Nice and simple. Most of this was all wood. A lot of it I just built up, not out of necessity, but just for experience. Gain a lot of levels just by upgrading all this. But this area is the most important because it's the only area that the zombies really hit. They don't hit the structure because I'm up high. Since I have open access, they come running right up, and this is the only area that I have to really worry about maintaining. And of course, right before everything begins, we got ourselves a little screamer, so take care of her and her buddies. Where are you? Here you are. Really? It's bound to happen. Being in my building. Alright. Well, let's get all set up here. Got the ladder with a little bit of height so that zombies can't run up it. I'm just going to grab some extra beer before everybody shows up. I usually don't need it, but just in case. I've never made it to day 63 Horde Night with Brawling only, so I don't know how crazy it's going to get. And here they come. They should come right up since they have unfettered access, except sometimes they get a little confused. There they are. So currently I'm maxed out on Brawling. I'm also maxed out on Heavy Armor. So once you're maxed out on Heavy Armor, and you got yourself a pretty decent set of armor going, you can take a lot of punches. You don't really have to worry about your health going down too much. I can often go through a whole Horde Night without even having to use a bandage unless they, get a lucky bleed on me. I've also maxed out agility just for the skill to be able to punch faster, and have currently been working on Tyrannosaurus for stamina purposes. But for the most part, really, I don't really use power attacks. I think the best advantage of Brawling is the amount of stuns and knockdowns and decapitations you do. So it's really good for crowd control. So I'd rather punch fast than low and hard. Because I want to keep those things getting knocked down, falling off the ramp. The only time I really power attack is if I want to kill those officers quickly before they explode. But most of the time, if I got beer in me, I don't even have to worry about that because of the extra damage. Yeah, and for anyone who's not familiar with Brawling, when you drink, you got your little timer in the bottom left hand corner. During that time, your damage goes up. I don't know, it's like 3 times damage or something. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's what it is. So when a cop pops up, usually I'll just step to the side, crack open a beer, and really is not much to worry about after that. So as you can see, these things spend more of their time in shock and falling than they really do swinging at you. Go. Geared up, no problem. This would actually repair once in a while, huh? One thing to keep in mind when zombies fall forward like that, sometimes they can fall inside the hole and get into the little chamber with you. So just something to be mindful of. Usually not a big deal in the end. I'm sure you'll see it before this Horde Night's over. And the spider zombies. I learned the hard way when I was first trying to come up with this base design that you can't use a square block at your feet to halt them from coming in, because when the spider zombies come, you don't get an angle on being able to punch them. So that's why I had to use the downward slope right in front of me so I could be able to punch down to be able to get them. Same for the dog. It makes it a little bit easier for the dog. He got in. Quick and easy to deal with it. Oh. Police officer fell down and couldn't get to him. That happens, but you don't really have to worry about that damage too much. Not once you build up anyway. Oops. And this is nice because you don't have to worry about anyone getting sneaky. You don't have to worry about that zombie that might be like breaking through somewhere behind your base somewhere that's gonna pop through at an unexpected moment. But for mods inside my Knuckles, I have the, obviously I got the flaming mod. I also have the heavy weighted mod that adds more stunning action. The crawling didn't give me enough already. And the unit too, I'm sorry, I forgot the name off the top of my head, that stops the zombies from regenerating. Seems like a good combo, works really well. Generally, setting-wise in the game, I like to do no loot respawn, and I also don't do trader missions because, I mean, that's technically respawning loot on a POI. So I don't buy anything from a trader. Oh, that'll be better. I don't buy anything from a trader. Everything I have is scavenged. Oh, these guys. So I've had one of these guys, nice decapitation. I've had one of those guys blow up on me in this base already. In the very beginning when I just started laying steel, and the structure survived fine. When it went to blow up, I just stepped off to the side, got out of the radius, or got out of the, the way of the explosion. And I was fine, the base was fine. I just had to stop fighting just to reinforce some of the structure around me, and was able to go on. But yeah, so going back to the settings, like I said, I don't buy anything from the traders. The only exception was that I needed to buy hops, because beer is really important, and as of now, as far as I know, the only way to get hops is from a trader. So I did use them for that, but the rest of it has all just been scavenged and made, just to try to keep it a little survival-like. Let me see here. Hold on, let me finish this up. So I just mark off on my map all the places I've been, so I know where I still have left that I can try to scavenge stuff up from. Yeah, ever since I started Brawling, I haven't really played any other way. I've had a lot of fun with doing this. I don't remember the last time I fired a shot at anything. It's definitely a tough start, especially until you can make your first wraps. I always dump all my points into Brawling right in the beginning, and you know, try to focus on getting the wraps as quickly as possible. The other thing that makes it hard is that you don't have any armor, so every time you get punched or bitten, the amount of damage it does is pretty bad. It's easy to get stunned, it's easy to bleed, so it's a challenge if you're gonna go fully Brawling only throughout the whole game, especially hunting animals. That's always an adventure. I feel like Rocky choking the chicken. But yeah, like I said, once you get the hang of it, I think it's a lot of fun. I don't do the stealth thing anymore. You know, whenever I go into a POI, because POIs tend to be more dangerous than Horde Nights. So whenever I step into a POI, I'm always punching things, clanging things, because I want to wake stuff up. And when I hear them coming, I want to be able to set myself up in an area where I feel like I'll have some good control. Because if you get surrounded, it can be very difficult to beat your way out of it. So no ninja moving and 3 times damage with crossbows and such. At least that's how I do it. Alright, these guys are really taking their time. Not a very exciting end to Alpha 18. But yeah, like I said, the thing I like about all this is that, I've done the thing where, you laid the field spikes, you put up electric fences, do all kinds of crazy stuff, turrets, trying to get turrets loaded with ammo. And you spend so much time of your playing week trying to get the resources to rebuild all the stuff that gets torn down on a Horde Night. When you go this little bit more simple, streamlined method, for the most part, throughout the week, you're just collecting stuff. You're killing, you're searching POIs, you're doing all the fun stuff. You're not doing endless hours of farming. And when Horde Night is over, I might spend anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes repairing the damage that is mostly centered around my little fighting area here. And I don't have to worry about it until next Horde Night. Every time I stop back to drop off supplies or whatever, I always try to have steel and cement in the making up there. So I'll grab some of it, upgrade some more blocks, and then go back out and kill stuff. That's where all the fun is. Less than an hour left on this Horde Night. They need to step up their game. Big N. But yeah, I don't know how effective all this is going to be in Alpha 19. I'm going to try it. Right from the beginning, I'm going to try it just like I did it on Alpha 18 here. And just see how well it carries over. With some of the changes with the birds supposedly being able to bite through the roof. Got to make myself some access. Not necessarily where I have it now, but probably from right next to me here, so I can quickly jump up and take out any birds that might be attacking from above. So that would be a change I know I have to make. Outside of that, I don't know. I don't know if be able to control zombies as easy as I can with how the skills are set up right now. Time will tell. Looking forward to Monday. Hopefully I have time playing this week. But I'll probably make some videos and kind of show my progression, because I've been watching the videos and I just haven't, obviously streamers are trying to show off all the new stuff, so I haven't really seen anyone do the brawling thing yet. So I want to jump right into it and see how it plays out. I wish I had better internet connection where I am. I live in rural, so I'm still running off a DSL here. I'm basically one step beyond not being able to make a phone call and being on the internet at the same time, for those of you who remember those days. But at the very least, I'll try to do some recordings, put them up on YouTube, and see how they go. Looks like we're about to just finish off up here. To be honest, at this point, I don't even know if people care about watching an Alpha 18 video. You know, that 19's all the jam. But hey, here it is anyway. I hope you enjoy. Got one guy left out there somewhere. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm staying up here. Yeah, screw this guy. Go get him. Right here. Alright. Did I totally miss him inside? Sounds like. Yep, there he is. There we go. And that's it. My somewhat upgraded POI church. And then, you know, when you get done with Horde Night, get your nail gun or your hammer or whatever. And, you know, for the most part, it's just cleaning up this little area here. Sometimes they find a couple spots in the wall that for some reason they'll punch for a few moments and then run away and come back up to me. I'm not sure what that is. Oh yeah, this is where that cop blew up. So a little extra cleanup, but you can see it just all cleans up pretty quick. The rest of the structure is fine, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all on Alpha 19 to brawl.